gentlemen, we about to put it down for Raw City, the Junction City, and I love...
All right, so welcome out to the Ogden Wire. We are here today to talk a little bit about Christmas Village. And are we going to include the parade in this discussion, I assume?
Yeah, we could.
Let's talk about the electric light parade.
Put it all in there, man.
All of it. And we are joined today by Craig Bielik. Craig, tell us a little about yourself and your relationship to all of this festivities that are coming up.
Well, I'm currently the chair of Christmas Village, the committee, and I'll explain how all of that works. I've been on the Christmas Village committee for about 22 years, something like that. Lifelong Ogdenite, Ben Lomond boy, Weber State.
Right.
Great.
Exactly. Worked here my whole life. Christmas Village is one of my earliest memories, and also going to Pioneer Days with my family. And so when I started working for the newspaper, I worked for the Standard Examiner for about 20 years. Mm-hmm. I decided that I would get involved, and two of my precious childhood memories, Pioneer Days and Christmas Village. And so glad to do it. And Christmas Village is a jewel. It is one of the things that everyone in Ogden can point to and say, this is wonderful, this is unique to Ogden, and it's ours.
So, yeah, let's back this up to the 30,000 foot level. We all jumped in because we all are very familiar with Christmas Village and what it is. Why don't you tell us exactly what happens to the municipal block starting the weekend after Thanksgiving? What is it?
Yeah, it's 4 square blocks that is made to look like a Christmas village, exactly what it's described. We have 70 unique cottages that we display that people can walk around and look at and look through. We have live entertainment. We have people on the sidewalk that, sing Christmas carols and things like that. And we have 896,302 lights.
Wow.
In the trees. And that number changes every time I say it.
Have we ever hit 1 million?
It's hard to know, but basically picture 4 square blocks of Christmas magic.
Awesome. Santa Claus, of course, is there every night, I believe.
Santa Claus is there. It's free to visit Santa in his castle. Tell him your wishes. We have the Mini Polar Express, which is a miniature train that has been in Ogden for more than 80 years. Mm-hmm. Wow. And it runs free rides around the little village. It's made for kids, but it's for everyone.
Yep.
And one of the first dates I went on with my wife 45 years ago was to Christmas Village.
That's awesome. So it lasts the entire month of December. Basically kicks off the Saturday after Thanksgiving is when it's lit.
Yeah.
And then it's every night basically until when?
Through New Year's Day.
Day.
So this year it's November 29th at about 6 p.m. through midnight of New Year's Day.
So let's walk through there. We're here to talk about that opening night because we see probably the largest crowds of the year downtown Ogden that night.
Yep, that is the night that shatters the records every year.
Yeah. So walk us through what happens that night with the parade and the lighting and what people can expect when they show up for this thing.
Yeah, this is November 29th. So at 4 o'clock we have the Santa Run, which is a 5K-ish run where every participant has to be dressed like Santa Claus.
Yep.
Although we've fudged the rules lately, and we have some Grinches some Yetis and some elves. And it's you register, you get a packet that includes the Santa Claus. Instead of water stop, there's milk and cookie stops.
Awesome.
Great.
Generally between 400 and 600 people participate. A lot of fun.
It's so cool. It's so fun to see all those different Santas running down the street.
Isn't it?
Some of them run pell-mell. I've seen some Santas sprinting.
Oh, there's legit runners
race.
come out to win that
For
thing,
sure,
yeah.
like marathon runners dressed as Santa.
Yep. There's legit people that do that.
So the parade kicks off at 4 p.m. or the Santa Run kicks off.
So that's the Santa Run, 4 p.m. Then we clear the streets, and somewhere around 5 p.m., 5:30, we start the electric light parade.
That's pretty much right as darkness starts to happen, right?
That is correct.
Okay.
That is correct. All the entries in the parade have to have lights on them. Mm-hmm. So even people that are riding their horses, they light their horse with horsepower. I guess I don't know how they do it.
That's a Craig Bielik joke right there for you.
But they light it. It starts on about 22nd and Washington and proceeds south to about 26th in Washington.
And great watching spots all along the way. I know that they have announcers pretty much at every intersection all the way down. So if you want to hear the announcements about what the parade is and who the sponsor is or whatever, I've announced that several years, so I know that part of it. Now it reaches the end, and we all know who comes last in the parade, right?
Right. Santa Claus rides the very last. Santa's chariot comes at the very last, and then we ask the crowd to gather at the Ogden Amphitheater.
Okay.
There in the municipal gardens, and we have a short program where we introduce our Make-A-Wish child. The Christmas Village has a Make-A-Wish child every year. And then the Make-A-Wish child and Santa Claus throw the switch and light the village. And then we have fireworks. So the village is open until midnight that night. And it's hard to get an estimate of the crowd. Ogden City puts it somewhere between 15 and 40,000, depending on the weather. And again, this is the 29th of November this year. The lighting ceremony is about at 6 p.m., depending on how quick we can get Santa down off of that float and get him into the amphitheater.
Right. And then plenty of stuff to do afterwards. Hang out on 25th Street. All the shops usually will stay open late, I assume.
Yeah.
Restaurants and bars. So a little something for everything.
Yeah. I mean, it's really Christmas Village was created to bring people to downtown Ogden.
Okay.
And it started in 1962. And I do remember it, even as a child. I remember some of the things were there. We have a lot of historical old photos, and you can find those on ogdencity.com under Christmas Village. It's magic. I'm not a big Christmas guy. I like Christmas, but I'm not the guy that decorates on the day after Halloween or anything like that. But I probably go at least 20 times a year to Christmas Village, besides my regular duties, because it's just magical. And when I talk to grown people here in Ogden, they get very sentimental about Christmas Village. Even if they haven't been for years. I'll talk to somebody and they'll say, haven't been for a very long time, but I love that place. And I talk to people that just drive around it.
Yeah.
They just circle around.
Go and see the lights and cruise around.
If someone's never been to Christmas Village before and this is a completely new experience for them, whether they come on parade night or later in the month, tell us, what would you do? What would you tell them to do to make it the perfect experience so they can build that sentimental experience?
Dress warm. That's one of the first things I would say, because it's December and it can be cold and that sort of thing. But there really isn't there isn't a path to follow or anything like that. It's just a wander around and look. 70 unique cottages. We've got one cottage that is dedicated to nutcrackers, probably 300 nutcrackers in there. We've got a cottage that is a little elf ER, where an elf is getting his leg bandaged. We have very strict covenants and requirements for the cottages. So none of them look like they were thrown together at the last minute or anything like that. Some of these people go above and beyond in making their Christmas cottage really great. So 70 unique cottages, all those lights, some static displays. We have have you ever seen the Frosty the Snowman belly flop? It's an animated static display. I know that's kind of oxymoron, but that's how it works. And then the train ride and the hot chocolate, and you're outside. You can come early if you have small children. You can be out of there by 6 p.m. And you can come later if you're on a date. You can come as often as you want. It's always free. Everything's free. Sit down, listen to the entertainment. Shane might be there playing. I don't know.
You never know. It's happened in the past.
I also know every year Christmas Village has a theme, and that goes with an ornament that the villages typically have inside of each cottage. Can you tell us what that theme is and what people should watch out for?
Yeah, you're talking about our I Spy contest. So every year we have a theme. This year's theme is Rockin' Around the Village, the Christmas Village. Our ornaments look like gold and platinum records.
Oh, awesome.
I'll show you guys, and I can send you a link too. We have sweatshirts and those sorts of things. We have a little store where we sell things, and all the money that we raise in that store goes back into Christmas Village. So the theme is Rocking Around the Christmas Village. We give each of the cottages an ornament, and we ask them to put it somewhere in the cottage. And then we challenged children to go around and find them. I didn't think this was a big deal the first couple years that we did it. And then I spent a night in the park and I saw kids going, I can't find this one, come and help me, and all of that sort of thing. So you go around and you just kind of spy where they all are. And that's just another part of it.
And as an adult who doesn't have children, I can confirm it is also a fun activity for adults. It's fun to compete with your friends to see who can be the first one to spot the ornament in each cottage.
Yeah, the cottage owners and let me explain how the cottages work.
I was just going to say, get into the ownership, because I know different businesses and sometimes families or organizations. Tell us how the cottages work.
Yeah, businesses or families or just private owners put up about $2,000 to have a cottage either built, or they assume one that has been released, and then that's theirs for as long as they will take care of it.
So cool.
They are transported and stored by Ogden City. They'll start hitting the park around the 1st of November, and then we ask everybody to have them all taken care of, and that's a very strict requirement. And if people do not take care of their cottage, or they're just not doing a good job for a couple years in a row, we'll take it away from them.
Is there a waiting list for cottages? Do people...
36 on the waiting list right now.
I think they beat down the door to get one, but it's limited.
We are limited in both space and electrical power.
Ah, yes.
It takes a tremendous amount of electricity to run Christmas Village. Far less than it used to now that we require LED lights.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But there's areas of the park where the electrical connections are just not available and not great. I have to give a huge shout out to the crew with Ogden City. They're hanging lights right now. As I came past, they're starting to hang lights.
Yeah.
Was this the 20th of October or something like that? They transport all those cottages. They are there all the time because some cottage shorts out or it gets unplugged, and they've got to keep things going smoothly on the stage for the entertainers. Ogden City crew, you guys rock the Casbah, okay? You are just awesome.
So this is one of the biggest times of year for people to come to 25th Street. I think that because it's such a special thing, the Christmas Village is just a very special thing for people to go on dates and families to go and get ready for the holiday season. I wonder, what are ways that we can encourage, or what would you suggest people who are coming to Ogden and 25th Street for the first time to do? There's a lot of local shopping, I think, nearby. Is it good for somebody to come early? Do you have recommendations on where to eat and drink after that's nearby?
Boy, do I. We're one of the things that started, about 15 years ago or so, was we found a lot of people riding Front Runner from Destination South.
Yeah.
Coming to the Union Station. The Union Station is about 4 blocks away from Christmas Village, and in those 4 blocks, probably 15 restaurants, good restaurants,
True.
Mostly local owned, okay? There are 8 or 9 bars that I know of. So if you're an adult without children and you want to go to Christmas Village, then stop over for a Tom and Jerry or whatever the Christmas drink. Hot toddy, yeah. The bars have them. Hit Front Runner and come on home. There's plenty of parking. It does get a little tight, especially toward Christmas, but bear in mind that most people are going to spend about an hour in Christmas Village. So, parking is kind of at a premium during the weekends and say the 5 to 7 p.m. hour. But you'll find a place to park. You really will. There are food vendors, food trucks kind of along the way. There's ton to do. Do I have recommendations? Of course I have recommendations. I'm a lifelong Ogdenite. I love La Ferrovia and Rovali's, which is Italian food on 25th Street.
Yeah.
Stella's Italian food on 25th. These are local family-owned businesses, okay? Not chains. I'm not putting down our chain brothers. But these guys are using their family recipes. Roosters, everybody knows Roosters. Good heavens. They brew premium beers. They make incredible food. There's a little shop called O-Town Eats, just a little one owned by, a guy, and great food there, especially breakfast. We're not open during the day. But I want to point out a couple of things. Some people do come in the day because it's less crowded and it's easier for their kids to see inside the cottages, that sort of thing.
True.
And we do offer preschool and I'm trying to think of what the term is, but basically daycare. We offer tours with Mrs. Santa during the day. You can sign up on our website, and she takes you on a private tour.
That's awesome.
There are a lot of really funny things about those cottages. We had one with a bed in it, and we found out that a person was getting in it after the park was closed and sleeping all night in there once. And
That's so strange.
just all kinds
It's
of little
Ogden. It wouldn't be
trivia.
Ogden if that didn't happen once in a while.
Yeah, you might have to edit this part out of your podcast. But when I worked for Standard Examiner, we got a cottage, and they said it's out in the warehouse, and we spray painted your name on the side of it. So I went out there, and of course they abbreviated everything. So there was BK Utah, Bank of Utah, and then Ogden Clinic was OC or whatever. And then I walked up, and there was one that said STD exam.
For Standard Examiner.
You're like, not the most.
And
Not
I was
the most
like,
family-friendly
I think this
name.
one is ours.
Right.
Well, there's usually a big announcement about the mayor of Christmas Village, who's a different person every year. Is that announcement going to be a formal thing, or can you tell us who the mayor of Christmas Village is?
I can't reveal that quite yet because
how does that work, though? It's
We love
usually a
a little
fairly
mystery.
prominent community member who's given a lot, or how do you guys go about
We look
choosing
for
the mayor?
someone that has contributed to Christmas Village.
Right.
And I was mayor in 2008. We look for someone that has contributed to Christmas Village, someone that has done something. The reason I can't tell you is I don't know if this person has accepted yet. And so some people decline. Others jump at the chance to be mayor. They also help turn the lights on and start the fireworks show. And this has happened a couple of times. Right before we've went to turn on the lights at Christmas Village, the Grinch has come out and pulled the plug.
No, I bet the kids go nuts when that happens.
They do, and thanks to the magic of Christmas and the kids in the audience, they've been able to warm his heart and get him to plug it back in.
That's sweet.
That's good.
So it could happen this year. We're always on the lookout for him.
Well, you talk about support, people who've supported the Christmas Village over the years. There are lots of patrons who support this in a lot of different ways. But can you shout out, you've done a little bit, but shouting out sponsors or businesses that are involved with a big sort of...
Oh, so many. There just are so many. And I'm nervous about putting a list out there because
That's
I'll
fine.
forget someone. Certainly a shout out goes to Joe Packham. Joe, Christmas Village was just about dead in the late 1990s.
Wow.
It had just suffered from a lack of enthusiasm, a lack of commitment, and a lack of interest. And Joe jumped on and revitalized that place. There is a Christmas Village Advisory Committee of about 12 people that pick the theme, guide all of the activities. One thing I didn't mention is the fundraising activities that we do. For instance, on the 23rd of December this year at the Ogden Egyptian Theater at 10 a.m. and 5 p.m., we have the Muppet Christmas Carol Pajama Party Sing-Along.
That's
So you know the
very
Muppet Christmas
fun.
Carol?
Of
John Denver and
course.
everybody, yeah.
Everybody comes in their pajamas. We leave the house lights somewhat up. We publish a lyric book, and we encourage everyone to sing along, and they do.
That
And
sounds
it is
so
a
fun.
magical experience if
That's
you have
vital
never done
information. You
it.
should have led with that.
I know.
Muppets Christmas special is one of the best Christmas specials ever. so-
Tickets are $8. Okay.
Wow, great.
And all that goes to Christmas Village, and we sold out the 10 a.m. show last year, more than sold out.
Wow.
So we added an evening show. We also have a breakfast with Santa that is on the 13th of December. That is, I think, $20 a person, but you get full breakfast, full hot breakfast, and you get to have it with the man himself.
Yep.
Wow. VIP Santa dinner.
Yeah,
The
absolutely.
man himself. Beyond that, the committee has talked about a whole bunch of ideas we have a lot of ideas. What we need is like the horsepower to do it. Something that might interest your folks is I've always wanted to have like a a bar rooftop for opening night for the fireworks, like maybe at Harp and Hound. Harp and Hound, you guys listening? Or, one of those places.
Yep.
And sell like a VIP package where you're on the roof.
That'd
Watch
be
the
neat.
fireworks
Dinner and
the
drinks,
lighting,
and you
yeah.
watch the fireworks from the
You
roof.
can see the
Yeah,
parade
you see the
from
whole
there.
parade go by
Yeah.
right there too.
Yeah, the Hampton Inn on the corner of 24th and Washington offers a family package for a room.
That's
so you
great.
can watch the parade in your hotel room.
I know those corner suites at the Hilton Garden Inn sell
Yep.
out probably at least a year in advance. They
Wow.
because families will go in there and book out those entire corner suites that look at the whole intersection. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I would say if you've been to Christmas Village recently or way back in the past, it's always worth coming back every year because everyone does their cottages a little different every year.
Yeah.
Typically.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll get some repeats, but it's really cool to watch the creativity of the people who do those cottages to freshen them up every year and take a different theme or a different approach. Or
They do incredible things.
Yeah.
They really do. And every cottage is required to have some sort of movement in it.
That's
So
cool. I
we
didn't
have
know that.
animated little elves, or they've got spinning lights or something. And Christmas Village really is for children, but I challenge any adult to go there and come out of there and say, this isn't cool.
yeah, no, it's awesome.
It's a great way whether you go early in the season to get yourself in the Christmas spirit, but then, as we mentioned, it's open until New Year's, so I know I personally like to go right after Christmas to really keep that Christmas spirit alive. So you're right, just anyone can get joy from this.
Oh, that's nice. That's
so
nice.
wonderful.
Well, Craig, we appreciate all that you do.
I mean, that's
and-
why I'm on the committee.
Yeah.
Or comments like this. I got 4 adults in the room with tears in their eyes right now over Christmas Village. So
Very true.
Isn't that worth keeping?
It is. And you guys do wonderful work, and we appreciate everything you do. Christmas Village, November 29th through New Year's Day.
Yep.
Get down and
6
check it
p.m.
out.
to midnight.
Yep. Come
Go
to the
see
parade, and if
Santa.
not, come see Santa any other day throughout there. All right. Well, Craig, thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. This is really a privilege, and I very much appreciate it, and I appreciate your support for Christmas Village.
All of the drinks. Is this my town? I love this place. Can't we get down? I love this place. Ogden all day. I love this place. I love this place. I love this place. Is this my town? I love this place. Can we get down? I love this place. Ogden all day. I love this place.